Hi, I'm Nicholas. Today, me and Ash are doing something a little bit different. We're doing a specific matchup where we each play a deck and we're going to go in depth on why we're making decisions that we're making while we play the deck. We're going to talk a little bit about how we expect the matchup to play out, and we're going to try to be more informative than we normally would, maybe revealing more information than we normally would in order to show why we're making certain game decisions that we're making. So it's meant to be entertaining, but also a little bit more educational than, like, say, a normal Paperlander would be. Today I'm playing Is It Tempo. It's a blue-red tempo deck where I'm playing a lot of really efficient threats, many of them with flash or that provide some sort of other value, and then just like a bunch of cheap interaction. My point spread today is Time Walk at 7, Mana Drain at 1, True Name Nemesis at 1, and Mystical Tutor at 1. And hopefully I can kill a little bit, control a little bit, and eventually get there.
Hi guys, I'm Ash. Today I'm going to be playing Eggs. It's an artifact-based combo deck where we get a lot of cards, a lot of mana, and do something with it. This matchup can be pretty tough because my opponent is playing threats plus interaction, which is not what combo wants to see. You can actually play through a decent bit of interaction if you have the time to deal with it, because you have a lot of recursion, a lot of ways to get your important things back, a lot of duplicate effects, so it's not that hard as long as you are given time. But of course, threats plus interaction means you don't have that much time. Now, one thing about the dynamic is if my opponent plays a threat, they usually have to go shields down to do it. So if I can be in the play and be a turn ahead, it can really help, because by the time I get to deploy a threat, I can maybe be starting to kill them or have a really impactful setup turn. So being on the play is going to be pretty big for this match. I have a couple backup game plans. One is making a lot of Urza Saga tokens or Urza tokens. There's multiple ways to record both of those effects. So just generating tons of tokens that my opponent has to deal with. That's a pretty good way to win the game as a backup plan. And the secondary way is not exactly winning the game, but you have a lot of things that interact with wheels, such as Narset, Orcish Bowmasters, and Hull Breacher. And then you have many wheels. So if you land one of those effects and play a wheel, you get to deplete your opponent's hand and kill them at the same time. So that's going to be a backup plan if the primary game plan doesn't work. The points I'm playing today are 7 on Black Lotus, 1 on Tolarian Academy, and 1 on Mana Vault. I thought about playing 1 for Witchclaw Talisman, but I ended up cutting it. I'm not convinced that's correct, but that is what happened. So if we lose, we'll blame it on that.
So in this matchup, I think play versus draw is going to be very important for both of us. For me, mostly because my goal is to deploy a threat and then hold up interaction so that I can be pressuring him while trying to keep him from comboing off until I can kill him. And for him, he's going to want to try to develop his board state before I can do that. So if he can get to a point where he's ready to combo off while I still have not played a threat, then I am constantly having to decide if I want to tap out for a threat or hold up interaction, which can be really awkward for me, because if I'm not playing a threat, I'm not putting any pressure on him and he can continue to develop. So I think the most important things for me are going to be free counterspells are great. Daze, Force of Will, Force of Negation, ways to interact when he's not expecting it, and then also just really cheap interaction. He's playing a lot of really cheap spells, some of which can be very impactful, such as Expedition Map is the one I'm thinking of. Where, like, spending 2 mana on a counterspell for it and tapping out to counter that while he still has more mana up can be really awkward, but it's one of those things that needs to be countered. So threat assessment in this game is going to be really important, not so much as physical threats, but what spells are threatening to kill me, because I have very limited interaction and I need to use it wisely. Welcome. We're getting ready to kick it off. I have kept a 7. Ash is currently mulliganing.
Well, I'm drawing my first hand.
Well, yes. Yes, I suppose. No, I think you're going to 5. This is your third. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you want to cry?
No.
I'm good. We keep this.
Yeah. Do you want to close your eyes and I will
Yeah.
show? Okay, so this hand is probably questionable. It is worth noting Ash is on the play, and the reason that I'm keeping this hand is because it has the potential to be really good, and like we talked about in the intros, play versus draw is really important. So if I have a hand that is questionable but can be really good, since I'm on the draw, I just kind of have to like take the risk and see what happens.
Am I good?
Yep.
Okay, so this hand is like, it's nothing insane, but this card in particular can set me up for your deck is not lined up right. This card in particular can set me up for a pretty good game plan into his deck, which I'll explain a bit more why that is once we get there. Okay, you're good.
All right.
Are you ready, my
Kick
friend?
this off. I am ready.
Okay, I'm going to fetch with this
Okay.
flooded strand. I am going to go get a lovely volcanic island. Is that recording? One that gets me now. I don't want to get got by it. That being said, I would almost rather use Stifle my fetch than something later. Just how
Sure.
important. I have a lot of important abilities in this deck, but you know, why give you the opportunity to decide?
I'll get my own volcanic island,
Okay.
and I'm gonna play a Scary Terry and pass it off. It's always nice having.
It's
It's
in
in
there
here
somewhere.
somewhere. What?
Is it in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
It's always nice
Good job.
having a turn 1 threat against Ash. And while it's not applying a ton of pressure right now, it's the kind of thing that later on I can like activate on his instep or something, so I don't have to tap out at sorcery speed.
Yeah. I'm playing a Tundra and do a Moonsilver Key. Moonsilver Key is a card that lets me go get Clan Ironworks or Black Lotus.
I'm
So
gonna
just some
daze
relevant
that
cards.
one.
Okay, it is getting dazed, which is not great for me.
Daze, pick up this bulk.
Okay, go ahead. So Nicholas managed to, well, he got to do exactly what we talked about. Is he got to play a threat. While this set is not particularly strong now,
Go ahead.
it is, like you said, it can get bigger and better later.
Yeah, it just finds too many things. It can just go get Lotus, which unlocks a ton of different combos in his deck.
I'm gonna play a Bayou. Make your Aether Grid.
That's pretty good against me.
Go ahead. So this is the card I was talking about where it's pretty good against Nicholas because a lot of his threats actually die to it really easily. And he has probably like one way to remove it once it's in play. Maybe two.
So swing for 1.
No blocks.
Go ahead.
So now Nicholas's game plan is stop me from getting 2 artifacts.
Pretty much.
I would like to cast this Wheel of Fortune.
I am gonna fetch. I actually do like my hand and would like it to remain handy. Nope, can't get that.
Cannot get a basic island.
Nope.
Are you gonna get a Shockland?
Yeah.
So you should be 16, right?
Yes, that
Okay.
sounds right. Taking 4 damage total. Get a Steam Vents, and I am going to Is It Charm that,
Okay.
unless you pay 2 mana.
I don't have 2 mana to pay.
Yeah.
So
Ash.
instead, I'm gonna play this Savannah
Sure.
and then pass the turn to you. So while I haven't done that much, I have gotten to the point where I have a decent amount of mana, and most of my cards are cheap.
Okay.
So a lot of Nicholas's interaction is based on taxing my mana. Like
Yeah.
it's mana leaks and Is It Charmed and Days,
Draw.
that kind of stuff. Probably Spell Pierce, I imagine.
Mountain. Get
Yes.
in there for 1.
I'm at 16.
I'm gonna pass it back to you,
Okay.
and then draw step.
Draw step.
I'm gonna flash in this Vendilion Clique.
Okay. I have a Time Spiral,
Sure.
a Sword of the Meek,
Yep.
and 2 lands.
Relevantly, City of Traders puts him on Time Spiral here.
That is
So
relevant.
I'm gonna have to take Time Spiral.
Time Spiral will go away.
That doesn't go away. You
I
get to
will
draw a
draw.
new card.
A new card. I would like to play the Scrubland.
Yep.
And play the Sword of the Meek.
Yep.
And pass the turn.
Hey, no whammies. Untap, let you draw. So this is going well for me, but my threats are still very like fragile to gear per day. It's 4.
4.
I will just pass it back to you.
Okay. I will play the City of Traders.
Yep.
And pass the turn.
Wow. I'm gonna flash in this Nibble Obstructionist. Just pour on as much pressure as possible. Untap. Let you draw. Go to combat.
Yep.
7. I'm gonna cast an Expressive Iteration.
Okay. But he wants it to find a land so he can hold up that other 2-mana counterspell he has.
So it's going into exile. And we'll throw that one in my hand. Play this island.
It's supposed to be exiled. I know. I was gonna say face up. Wait, is it supposed to be face up?
No. Nope.
Are you sure?
I've read
The top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, put one of them in the bottom of the library, and exile one of them. It would have said face down if it's supposed to be face down.
That's not quite how magic works. Ash the Judge. Go.
You
Wait,
sure?
is it? Maybe. Either way.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be face up.
Maybe I'm dumb.
Okay, so I've drawn one non-land card this game.
That was like brutal.
If I drew a single artifact, the game's entirely different. Now, of course, at that point you start countering them.
Yeah.
But so like not a great showing from my 28 land deck.
that was like really bad. After you played like the 7th land, I was like, okay.
I kept a 3-lander.
Yeah.
I drew lands, and you know that happens sometimes. But
Hey, the
not
first
what you
one's
wanted
the
to
best one to lose.
I suppose so.
So there's not really much to unpack that game. Ash just only drew lands. I took the time. I countered the wheel and then took the wheel, and that's just
Yeah. Which is, if you have a lot of mana, normally what you want is a wheel.
yeah.
Especially when the rest of your hand is another wheel and lands,
Yeah.
and then a card you want in your graveyard. But you know it happens.
Yeah.
All right, it's okay. This time I'm on the play, and I'm going to draw even better.
I'm on the draw, and I will also draw even better. Yeah. So for
Do you want to pair?
yeah. No. So they know this, but you don't. My hand was a 1-lander. It was like 1 land, Terramander, Daze, and then a bunch of 2-drop stuff.
Okay.
And so I figured the Daze gives me the early interaction to play out Terramander and also counter something, which is what it did. And then thankfully I was able to draw the land that I needed to get to 2 mana. Yeah, I'll keep.
I don't really know if it's right, but I'm feeling like I probably can't keep this. It might be keepable, but like you're gambling on too many things. Basically, I'm gambling on 1, this windfall resolving, or 2, drawing a ton of mana really fast.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I have to spin my egg to crop rotation so I can play this, which is like maybe it could be very good depending on what you do.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so it probably would have been pretty good.
Yeah,
but there's no way to know.
You don't
so,
want to plan around that. Yeah.
And that hand just kind of had too many oopses.
Yeah. And I think eggs mulligans fairly well.
It does.
Like you really just need one one payoff card, and then the rest can kind of just be ways to make mana, random eggs to like churn through your deck or whatever.
Yeah. Not if it's unclear. The reason that hand is like kind of okay is if I get to get off a quick windfall, I'm up cards and my deck, well, like you said, it mulligan's probably better than his. So if you're just kind of mulliganing in the middle of the game, but I already have lands, it's probably better than you mulliganing.
Yeah.
And already having lands. Oh, did I not set it back?
No, but we haven't started yet, so we're good.
Yeah. This hand is just, it doesn't really do anything. If this was a blue source, there's maybe an argument that you could turn your Codex Shredder into a Lotus and do stuff, but you kind of want to wheel. Like if that was a blue source and one of those random artifacts was a Wheel of Fortune, that is the fastest keep I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't there.
Yeah. Man, you've just been getting like some really awkward draws.
Well, this deck, it has a lot of awkward draws. That's part of the build.
Sure.
Like you draw that weird stuff sometimes. That's why you kind of has to be able to mulligan well, otherwise it doesn't exist. But straight lands followed by mulligan to 5 isn't necessarily what you want.
The nice thing about eggs, like, as long as you have some sort of fast mana, you can usually draw out of those awkward draws because, A, you're just playing a ton of eggs, which draw more cards, and then you're also just on a lot of wheels. So if you're worried about having an awkward hand, as long as you can go fast enough to get yourself to a stable position, some of those awkward draws will work out.
Do you want to close your eyes so I can explain my mulligan?
Yeah.
So this is the hand I'm keeping. It's kind of one of those things where 4 is probably not better. The cards I'm mulliganing are this, just because of that right there, and this for a similar reason. We have this. These are going to work very well with this, assuming we get there. And that's more or less where we are at. Nick, you can show your hand.
Yep. So this is maybe like a little more, like less aggressive, but these are really nice, especially like in a matchup like this where you don't want this kind of thing. And then like these slow him down. This eventually helps try to kill him. So it's just everything kind of works together. It's not broken, but it'll hopefully do what I need it to do.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. So I expect this game to not be great, just for similar reasons before. I'll play Spire Ministry into a Wizard Rockets.
I don't even know what that one does.
It's like a chromatic star, then just tapped, but you can filter any number of mana.
Jeez.
Notably, you can filter 0 mana.
Sure.
And just
a draw, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll draw. I'm gonna play out a Flooded Strand, and I'm gonna pass it back over to you.
Okay. I'm going to play a Windswept Heath, and then a Chromatic Sphere.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And stuff I'm gonna fetch.
I would like to respond. But
Sure.
I'm just dodging stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna fetch, and then do it. I'm gonna find the land. You can find your land too.
Okay.
I'm just deciding what land I'm finding. It's probably just a tropical island. Because I have a rainbow land already. Just might as well get the one that has like the most relevant colors.
Yeah.
Which is really blue and barely green.
Yeah. Depends on what you got going on.
Excuse the sound, there's some cats on the table.
End of your turn, I'm gonna cast Brainstorm.
Okay.
I'm gonna put those two back.
Sure.
And tap upkeep and draw.
I didn't even mark my fetch.
Play out a Bloodstained Mire.
Sure.
And I will pass it back over to you again.
Okay. We're gaming, friends. We're gaming. We'll play a Plateau and pass the turn to you.
Okay, I'm gonna fetch.
Nick probably doesn't want the cards you left on top there.
Nope. Well, I already drew one of them, but
That's true.
we'll just get a mountain.
No steam vents, eh?
No steam vents this time.
Makes me think he has steam vents because he probably wants more blue than red.
There's really no way to tell.
Correct. There is no way to tell.
Cut.
So my end step?
Yes.
Okay.
Impulse.
Sure.
Just keep digging, trying to find threats or interaction. That's
Mhm.
kind of the whole shtick of the deck. We're gonna take this one. These go to the bottom, and then I shuffle because that's what the card tells me to do.
Ignore the Oracle text on that card. Or ignore the printed text
Yeah,
on the
the printed
Visions.
text.
Is it Visions version? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this game is probably not going to go too well without some pretty good draws for me because he has a full grip and I'm only going 5 and I've done nothing.
I'm gonna play out a Misty Rainforest and pass it back over.
And so it's pretty obvious to me he probably has counter spells of some kind, but there's not much to really be done about it right now. I'm gonna cast an Implement of Improvement. It's an egg that I can pay 2 life to sack it and gain 2, and then when it dies, I draw a card.
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
End step, I'm gonna flash in a Fairy Mastermind.
Is that second card?
Yeah.
I get confused sometimes which ones are second card
Sure.
and which ones are. Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get. I'm gonna crack this. Kind of hoping to get Ash to crack an egg on his turn, just to get some value off of that. But I think playing out the threat as opposed to trying to get extra cards is better, especially because I'm not really lacking for cards, but I'm definitely lacking on pressure.
Makes sense.
And the more time I give Ash to develop stuff, the more his mulligan is undone.
Yeah. I do still think that you have a Steam Base in your hand.
Good.
Based on the fact you didn't just stretch for it.
There's no way to tell. Opt.
Yeah.
I will leave that on top.
But yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Before you go to your turn of effects.
Okay.
I would like to cast Gerard's Hourglass Pendant.
What does that one do?
So it stops time walks,
Okay.
and it's a 4 mana sack it, and its second sunrises.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. It also, I think, exiles itself. Yeah, it exiles itself. It doesn't sack itself.
Untap.
So I don't think I don't think you're on any extra turns, but I just was. It having flash makes it easier to play around counter spells, so I just waited till I got to. Yep.
I'm gonna swing 2.
17 all.
And I will pass it back over to you.
Okay. So now I'm in a decent spot where I just need more mana, and I can draw some cards. I guess technically this Ancient Tomb is the exact amount of mana I needed, because I get to have the 1 bonus mana plus this. So I'm gonna start by making a blue off this, and this is the mana ability. You can't respond to it.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to filter that. No, I'm acting this for 0. So I have is that a blue?
What?
Did I say a blue off the command here?
Uh,
Pretty sure I said a blue.
sure.
Don't check the tape. I'm just gonna cycle that one for 0 though.
Okay.
Gonna use the white to sack this and gain 2 life. Draw a card.
And you have.
A blue mana.
Okay.
I would like to activate this.
Sure.
Okay. So I bring all my eggs back.
Yep.
We drew some cards.
Yep.
I could technically wait, but I don't.
Oh, I was supposed to have gotten a trigger off of this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yay.
Hope it wasn't a stifle. Go ahead.
Alright, end of your turn. I'm gonna flash in this Brazen Borrower.
Sure.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. So here's the funny thing. I cast an Opt on your end step, and I scryed the card to the top. And the card that I scryed to the top happened to be Time Walk. And then
Wow.
on your end step, you flashed that in. So I didn't mind you sacking it. But I'm going to cast this Time Walk.
Sure.
I'm gonna,
It would have been better to snipe a time walk, but
yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
swing for 5.
yeah.
I'm going to
Could be dead to burn here.
cast a Serum Visions.
Sure.
Draw
I
a
couldn't
card.
remember what your points were.
Yeah.
Time walk is a very good point. That's why part of the reason I held up this pendant.
In all honesty, it's probably better to be on Recall, but I just love Time Walk.
Sure.
Go to my next turn.
Yeah.
Untap.
So I'm dead to 7 points of burn.
That you are. I do not have 7 points of burn.
You could.
Play Sogan. Swing in 5. I'll just pass it back to you.
Okay. Draw. I'm gonna play this Mox Opal.
Sure.
Tapping mana weirdly. Trigger. I don't know if that's a trigger actually. It's not a trigger. I'm gonna cast this for 2.
You're at 5.
I'm at 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter spell that.
Okay. Portable hole.
Sure.
This one. Or maybe we should have done that first, but it is what it is. You can go.
Untap.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Swing in there for 3.
Go to 2.
I do have the last 3 points of burn.
Get 2.
Right, that's a thing. Yep. So you drop down to 1.
I'm a 1.
This is why you read the cards. I've not played a land this turn.
Gotta say the worst part about that is I already gained life on this turn or this game.
I'm gonna play Expressive Veneration.
Yeah. So it being a mulligan to 5 that isn't a like this deck can have really good mulligans to 5. I don't think this was it, but I think the deck has survived.
Yeah. Oh, almost exile face up. This Bone Crusher Giant's exiled.
Cool. My ancient tomb is offline.
Well, you couldn't activate it.
I could.
You are good to go.
Okay. Okay, that's a magic card. Magic card located. I mean, if you have it, you have it. Play Ensnare Bridge.
Sure.
Play this 1 drop.
Okay.
Okay. I have 2 cards. Go ahead.
Untap.
Yes.
Draw. I do. I will abrade the bridge.
Okay.
The awkward thing is I could have abraded the portable hull, but I didn't think I needed to because I didn't read the cards. Reading the card explains the card. You should always read the card.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that you are favored in this matchup.
Maybe. I mean, to be fair, both of those games have been... The first one you mulled to 5 and just had a... No, the first one, I mean, you drew a bunch of lands. And
I drew nothing but lands.
Like, nothing was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then the second one, you mulled to 5 and just had a slow start.
Well, that's what I was saying is that I do think you have a favorable matchup. I don't think it's that favorable.
Sure. We did play a few test games before recording, and it seemed like fairly even.
More so, at least.
Yeah, but I do agree. I think I have, like, all of my cards kind of do what you want to do against eggs. Like the only
exception of creature removal.
Yeah, then that's I was about to say. The only problem is I am on like a decent amount of creature removal. Like I had an Unholy Heat and a Flame Slash in my hand at one point, and I brainstormed away the Flame Slash.
Yeah, Burn's definitely like it has its place, but it's definitely not your favorite cards in the matchup.
Yeah,
they don't because they kind of don't do anything until they kill me.
Yeah, which I mean, Unholy Heat and Flame Slash, neither one of them go to face.
They do kill Narset.
That's true.
One of them kills Narset.
Yeah, Flame Slash kills Urza.
Yeah, kills Urza. That is relevant.
Yeah.
I play very few creatures, but the creatures that are there hit hard.
Yes, they do.
Urza in particular is not the worst at being good as soon as you play him, as opposed to waiting a turn. So the Sorcery Spin and Flame Slash isn't great for you. Hey, I mean, I get to be on the play, so that's got to be something, right?
Yeah.
Not like I've been on the play every time so far. This hand is doing that thing where like you feel like it should be doing a lot more than it actually is.
Yeah. I'm gonna mulligan this one. I really hate to mulligan it, and honestly, if I was on the play, I think I would try it. But my hand is this, and then nothing else works unless that connects. Or I draw specifically a blue source, which I'm not gonna put my game plan on. So I have to mulligan, but it's really sad because turn 1 Ragavand's like maybe the best thing I can do against eggs.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this hand, and admittedly, there is a small amount of
hoping for a draw.
I mean, Well, yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily. I don't know if I would, advise my client to
Sure.
keep this hand. But based on my luck today, it's like I'm looking like I'm about due for a miracle.
Sure.
So
See, I was thinking about keeping that hand, but I was like, nah, I already kept one greedy one lander. And that
off.
one's just a more greedy one lander. Like, if you have portable hole in your hand, I just like lose unless I specifically run a blue source off the top.
Sure.
At least the other one, I had interaction.
One good thing about this matchup is I'm not really facing down the barrel of anything that straight up kills me. Like, I'm not looking at down the barrel of Collector Oof or Graveyard Hate. Like, you have Fairy Mastermind, and that's not great. You might have Harsh Mentor, but that seems unlikely.
No, I have Hull Breacher, which is really good against
That
you.
one's pretty good. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep this one.
All right, I'll show.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. The hand definitely has its flaws. This I wish worked a little different than it does, but obviously there's no way to make it work the way that I want it to. What I mean is I wish I could not do that, but instead just it be that so I can that. But that's what I'm working with. It has potential. I would wish this was something else, but it has potential. Right, you're good.
Okay. So I'm keeping these 6 cards, and I'm getting rid of this one. And while normally, like, this would fill a role that you want in your opening hand, I don't think that this is what I want to be filling that role, and I think the combination of these is just going to end up being better. So this one's going to the bottom.
So you're putting away a threat.
There's really no way to tell.
Am I good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to start by playing the City of Traders and casting Elstraflask.
Sure.
Well, that's different.
The turn 1 City of Traders is always bold.
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Draw.
But I can make it a plains.
Mystic Sanctuary tapped, go. Wait, what?
I can make it a plains,
Huh.
and then it won't die, I think.
Wait.
It doesn't say in
It
addition
doesn't-
to other types. I don't actually know if that's how that works. I feel like I should know if that's how that works.
I don't think that's how that works, but we can look it up.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. So I'm thinking about doing something, but I'm confident there's no way that's the right thing to do. Because my greed didn't pay off, you see.
Yeah, conceding right here is probably not the right thing to do, but
Probably
it's a
not.
viable option.
It's not the worst play. Yeah, the most awkward thing is the actual correct play might just be to literally pass the turn.
Sure.
And I know that
If you
feels
want,
rough.
you can look up that interaction just
I
to
don't-
make sure it
I don't
works.
think it actually changes anything.
Sure.
So we're gonna say go ahead.
Untap.
I cannot wait to get roasted for my eggs gameplay.
I'm probably not doing a whole lot better.
I mean, at least your misplays are like a little more black and white, so it's
Sure.
easier to catch them before they happen.
I'm gonna play a Fiery Islet
Okay.
and pass it back to you.
It's gonna be really sad if we never hit the point where we get to use these. Okay.
Welcome to this. What are we even calling this?
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet.
Welcome to insert title name here, where Nicholas just dumpsters Ash over and over
Mox
again.
Diamond.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
I mean, it's not the worst I've ever seen. So what I need now is to make 2 mana here. Play this. Make 2 mana. And play this memory jar.
Not that one.
Okay.
And this go there.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
So the greedy thing I did was these were my mana sources.
Sure. Did you have that in your opening hand?
Yes.
Yeah, that's greedy.
Yeah.
That's real greedy. And I'm going to further punish you for it by abrading the Box Diamond.
Hell.
And yep, I will pass it back over to you. I do take more damage.
Go.
Yep, I'll fetch when you're in step.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I really need to because this only gets basics, but thinning the deck, I suppose. Get out an island. This is what I put on the bottom, by the way. You are right. It's a threat, just not like
Not really the threat you
not
want.
the threat I want.
I mean, it does come with the bonus that you can hold up counterspell on 2 and then shock me before you
Yeah,
play
but
it.
the awkward thing is, I feel
Then
like
you have
tapping out on 3 is almost worse than tapping
Oh.
out on 2.
Probably is.
Because like you might be able to kill me by turn 3, but you like a lot of hands can definitely kill me by turn 4, and so if I tap out on turn 3, I'm just like kind of hoping that you don't have a really good cards in your hand. That was really good English. My turn.
Yes.
Untap. Keep. Draw. I will pass it back to you.
Come on, man. I have this one sub teeth. I guess we just pass the turn.
I'm gonna flash in this whole breacher.
Okay. That's fine.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. This makes me feel a lot better.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Can I fetch on your step?
Yeah,
I'm just getting a stroke back, that's all.
sure.
You're fine though. Just want to dodge the stifle.
That's reasonable. I'm going to keep taking damage. I'm going to cast an expressive iteration.
Okay. You can iterate expressively all you want.
Reveal this Misty. Put this in my hand. This on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Play this Misty.
Mm-hmm.
Swing in for 3.
I have effects.
Okay.
I like to cast an Orcish Bowmasters.
Oh, we're gonna fetch. Yep. We'll get a volcanic island, and I'm gonna just cast good old counter spell.
Okay. I'll take 3.
The problem with Bowmasters there is he pings the Hull Breacher, blocks with the token, and then just has Orcish Bowmaster left over, which is really strong against me. So, as much as I would love to hold that counterspell for something else, Orcish Bowmasters is a good thing to spend it on. And you are good to go.
How many cards you got?
I have 4.
Huh.
See, this is like the position that the deck likes, is having like a threat that also is disruptive, and a handful of cards. Now, having mana untapped here would be nice, but there's plenty of shenanigans that can be done.
A complex situation, huh? Could do that. Do that first. That's like, it's like what it is, but like, don't know if that's where we're at, you know? You feel me?
I feel ya.
Well, I think whatever I'm doing, I'm starting with this ancient pen.
reasonable.
This makes 3. So I have what? Total of 5 mana I have access to.
That seems about right.
I'm going to start by filtering this into white-green.
Fast bond.
Wait,
So you have a white floating.
yeah, so I do have a white floating. I'll play this with the green. And make 1, 2. Play that with one of the blue, so then I have a white and a blue.
Yep.
I'll balance. Oh, you were supposed to. I wasn't supposed to draw a card off that. It was this card.
Let's not worry about it. That's
Okay,
just a lot to back up.
I guess you're right.
I'm gonna force that though.
Oh, that. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of everything. Was like destroy his hand and remove his relevant card, but now we probably just lose. Go ahead.
Yeah. That was the shenanigans I was talking about earlier, in case that wasn't clear.
I have no idea what you're talking. I don't recall shenanigans.
Sure. Island 3.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This makes 3 mana. So we're not really doing too much, are we? Hit the Flush Resort.
You have 1 card left.
Yes.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
End step, I'm gonna sack this.
Man, this is gonna be one of those matches where I don't get to play the game, is it? I guess we gave you the blue deck, so.
Yep. I'm gonna get in there for 3.
Okay.
Play Wooded Foothills. And pass it back to you.
Okay. That's upsetting, actually. Well, I'll make 4.
Mm-hmm.
Spend 3 of it on this Fabricate.
So you get a Reservoir trigger.
Yeah, I gain 1.
You have how much mana left?
I have 1 floating.
Okay. I'm gonna Logic Knot. I will delve 4, so count it unless you pay 4.
Okay. I'm gonna sack this to make all my lands mountains.
Okay.
Play Aether Grid.
So you have another trigger for Reservoir.
Yeah.
I'll respond to that trigger. I'm gonna Gush, picking up 2 islands.
Okay.
Draw 2. Yeah, that resolves.
Okay, go ahead. So I sacrificed my 4th artifact, which means I can't actually kill Hull Breacher right now, but I thought it was better than letting him on top and draw more cards.
3.
And it also gets me a bonus life.
I'm gonna Chart a Course.
Okay. Just 2 mana divination.
Yep.
Seems good.
Go ahead.
So all I know that you have is an island.
Yes.
Oh, I was supposed to ping you last turn, but I forgot.
You can if you want.
It's fine.
Sure.
Desert Temple, go ahead.
I'm gonna fetch. Mountain.
Uh-huh.
Good. I'm gonna bounce the reservoir.
I'm gonna respond.
Okay.
It's not my end step.
Yes.
Annoying, but okay. Won this.
Sure.
Untap this.
Right.
Won that.
That's pretty good. Yep.
This is my end step.
Yep.
Ridiculous. Go ahead.
Untap.
So that's an example
Sure.
of why Aether Grid's pretty good. Is like once I start using Aether Grid, it's pretty tough for him to really deal with it. Because like that's like one of his one cards that does anything with it.
Ping this though.
Well, that's rough.
So we got 5 instants and sorceries.
So that's an 8/8. So I'm pretty dead to that.
And I'll pass it back to you.
I mean, like, it's not great, but it's.
The relevant thing is I can't kill him because even flashing a Brazen Bower just gets pinged away. I suppose, yeah, no, it does. Just, yeah.
I guess I just play this again.
Sure.
Go ahead.
That being said, I'm gonna play it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Go to my turn.
I guess there's no reason not to kill it right now.
Untap. Keep. Draw. 8.
I'm a 2.
Did I play a land this turn?
Nope, don't think so.
Okay, we'll run out an island.
Sure.
We'll pass it back over to you.
Okay. Draw. Does that do anything? If I do that, then that may. Not really, but if I do that. I mean, I have to decide if I think he has a counterspell or not, pretty much.
Yep. Just to be clear, the reason to run out the Brazen Bower there, while it's maybe wrong, is like if I rip like a Ragavan off the top or something, taking away his ability to
I'll
ping
cast
them both.
Ballista for 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll make 4.
Yep.
Go to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 7.
Yep.
I like getting 1. I guess it probably doesn't matter, but I'll cast Echo. Gain 2.
And you have any? Do you have anything floating?
I have 1.
1 floating. Yeah, that's fine. So they discarded or shuffled in?
Everything's shuffled in.
Okay. Not think so. Presumably. Yeah, so I actually had a Vendilion Clique in hand there that I was just gonna cash in to get rid of one of my lands and replace it with a card.
I mean, yeah. So I have to cut.
No, you're good.
Okay. We're trying our hardest here, guys. But he has full mana, so. Are you kidding me? Wow.
The nice thing is that he has to cast 2 more spells to get out of Murktide range.
Wow.
But from the sounds of it, he didn't.
I have a fast bond and drew 0 lands.
Oh no.
So, okay, well, that's it.
Well, Get a Ash game here soon. I believe it. I believe in you, Ash.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's happening. Every time I draw anything, your deck appropriately has several counter spells.
It's the power tempo.
That's what it's supposed to do.
That
like I said, I think you have a favorable matchup. I don't think it's supposed to be this bad.
Yeah. I think I did misplay there though.
Aw, muffins.
Well, I just mean in response to the ballista, there's no. I mean, I should absolutely just click you. Like, it's obvious that that's a bait spell because you're not casting it for its full mana, and casting it for 1 doesn't do anything. And so, like,
I mean, it goes neutral on mana.
Sure, but I mean, you're not going neutral on mana with it unless you have something else that you are trying to do.
Yeah.
That being said, I guess Vinda and Cleek wouldn't have done anything because you just flash it back. No, it goes to the bottom. You're right.
Okay, guys, I'm telling you, this is the one.
In case it's not clear, we're not playing matches as much as just a series of games in which.
That would have been 2 matches over.
Wait, really?
I'm not sure. I
Was
think
that 3 or I think that was only 3. I don't know.
Sorry, it feels like I've been losing since you got here.
I'm having a great time.
I'm also having a great time, but I could be having a better time if I won a single game.
You should be happy that I didn't bring medium blue because I think that has an even better matchup.
That's likely the case. Like your thoughts are a little.
Medium blue, I'm just not playing the removal. Though I guess I am on some amount of artifact removal, but I think Abrade and Prismatic Ending are the only artifact removal spells that I've got.
I think I'll go with this.
I will also try this.
Okay. So, did you see anything?
I saw a spell bomb, but I don't know what it was.
Well, good news. I'm playing on a turn 1.
Good.
So this is pretty much the game plan. Ideally, we get another one of these. Then we can go this on 1, these on 2. That'd be ideal, but we'll see what happens. Go ahead.
All right. So normally, like, you wouldn't want to see this, but this kind of fixes that, and then these allow me to do things. But really, like, this to just kind of filter it all is going to be really nice.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna get a tropical island and play a conjurer's bomb. Go ahead.
Oh, it's not even a spell bomb.
No, it's not a spell bomb, but it's close.
Sure. I'm gonna play out a Wooded Foothills and pass.
Would you like to cut?
No.
Go ahead.
I'll fetch.
Okay.
Did you miss a land drop?
Yes.
Oh no. Well, the good news for you is I don't have a wasteland in hand.
Well, no, because it's gonna be on the top of your deck.
That's true. I'm about to cast a brainstorm, so I have.
It could be the top 3 of your
any
deck.
of the top 3 cards.
Any experienced egg players, or just experienced combo players, I guess, who let me know your opinions on this hand. If you roast me, please just do it with a little smiley face in there so I know that it's lighthearted. Or if it's not, just, use whatever emoticon seems fit.
Sure. The middle finger emoticon is the best to go with.
Is there a middle finger emoticon, or is it just emojis?
What's the difference?
An emoticon's where you like draw it with actual characters.
Oh, I didn't know that was the case.
I'm pretty sure.
I believe you. Untap. Let's keep draw.
Yep.
I'm going to play out a Prismatic Vista.
Yes.
And pass it back to you.
That's not what you were supposed to do. Sensei's Divining Tub.
I'm gonna fetch. I'm gonna miscalc that.
Go ahead.
Yep, so I think this is just maybe like a really good matchup for me. Are you playing Defense Grid?
I don't recall. definitely be one of the better cards against you.
Yep. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
I haven't seen it today, so I don't recall seeing it today.
Sure.
So it could not be in this current build. Maybe it should be.
Island, go, and then on your upkeep, I'm gonna tap down your land.
Oh.
Oop, I just flipped the top card. I didn't see it, but I don't know if you did.
This isn't ideal, but I guess I'm gonna do it. I'll crop out of this.
That's reasonable.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. No card draw for you. Do you want to explain that in case anyone for some reason doesn't know?
Ice doesn't have a target anymore, so it doesn't resolve. Therefore, the draw the card part never works.
Good job. Proud of you. Well. I'm gonna play this.
Egg.
It might not be correct to play egg. How weird is that?
I mean, I don't think it's that weird
To play egg or to not play
to
egg?
not play egg.
I think I shall play egg.
Egg.
Good.
Yep.
Draw card. Land.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'm gonna ponder.
Okay.
So really, I'm just looking for a threat at this point. That I'm sorry.
What?
I'm gonna leave these on top.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a wasteland.
Okay.
I do apologize.
That's fine.
And then I will pass it back to you.
Except I'm gonna put having the bottom on that bird.
Oh, sure. So it's not.
Draw card. I don't have
It's
it
not
on
great,
my
but
hand.
yeah, I got it.
Good to me?
Yep.
Okay.
See, I think the biggest strength of eggs is that your opponent's just no one's gonna read all of the eggs.
Go ahead.
Like I didn't know that you could put Tolarian Academy on the bottom. Not that it would have changed what I did, but you know, I'm gonna flash this and
Okay.
give you something to use that spell bomb on.
Okay.
And keep draw.
Yep.
We'll play the Scalding Tarn. Get in for 2.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's just go to the next one. I think we've both learned something important today.
Tempo's great.
Play isn't tempo.
Yeah.
At least against eggs.
And this isn't even an optimized list. I think
Okay, you can chill, bro.
I need to say it now because people are gonna click on the list in the description and be like, why is there no Darcy in the deck?
So you said it 50 minutes into recording?
I mean, if you're right. But okay, we'll see. No, the reason I say it 50 minutes into recording is because in like the first 10 minutes, someone's gonna be like, hey, I want to look at these lists real quick. And then they're gonna like put a big long comment about how stupid Nicholas is for not playing Darcy. And then they're gonna keep watching.
They're gonna spend 35 minutes writing it.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes.
And then like
later.
right as they hit post, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, I threw this together yesterday. I was missing some cards that I didn't feel like getting, and so it's not like great. Then they'll be like, oh well, now I feel dumb, and then I get to respond to their comment and be like,
please cut me to the best hand my deck has to offer.
your hand is gonna be a turn 1 kill, and my hand is gonna be Force of Will, Force of Negation.
I just need a W right now. That ain't it.
That ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, this does nothing but just like start cycling cards. On
What
turn
was the
2.
bottom card? What's the card I got rid of?
Oh, the card you got rid of. Chromatic Sphere.
Yeah, that wouldn't have done
It's
a
like,
whole lot.
it's just probably too slow.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter that I'm on the play either. Okay.
I'd like to thank all of the big brain plays that I made, such as ripping Wasteland off the top with Ponder,
And ripping Wasteland off the top of the brainstorm.
Yeah, basically ripping Wasteland off the top. You know, when you're a good Magic player, like you just know how to like play these really difficult positions by ripping exactly what you need off the top. So really, if you're playing tempo, that's what you want to do, is just always top deck what you need.
I will keep this hand.
Okay.
And we will place wait a minute, how do I want to do this? If I do that and that. Hold on, you close your eyes. I'm going to show this hand blind us out I'm keeping.
Alright.
This is my hand. These cards have to stay, obviously. I think we're debating if I'm getting rid of one of these or this. I think is the debate. Because we do that, and that, and that on one. And then on two. So, or we could not do that. Could do this and do this. That doesn't work either. Guess we could not do this. I mean, this is complex. Okay, we're gonna try not doing this, and then we're gonna see what happens. I believe in me. Go ahead.
Alright, you close your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, the hand is just like pretty solid. Nothing like to write home about, but they're like it all. This, you know, this is good. This is good. These are both decent. I've got these. You know, it all. It's what you like. What a basic. If you were like, hey, this is what a is it tempo hand looks like. This is like an example.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna play Seed of the Synod and Mana Bolt. Go ahead.
Pretty good. Island, go.
Draw this. Okay, that's not the worst I've ever seen.
It's the best around.
Play a Chromaxer
Sure.
and then implement an improvement. I have one mana left.
Sure.
I have one mana left. I'm gonna spend that mana, pop this Chromaxar for a white.
Sure.
I have one mana left. No, I have one and a white. No, it's just white. A singular white mana.
Yep.
Good, good, good. Play this by you.
Yep.
Balance.
Sure.
I also messed that up. I completely messed that up.
I mean, I have to discard down to 2.
I can make you discard down to 1, but I messed up.
Oh, sure.
I was supposed to use this mana ability. So this ability is in the stack
Oh, sure.
after this resolves. Oh, actually, wait. I don't actually know how that works. This goes in this.
Okay.
I think I draw the card first out of the way.
Resolves.
Okay.
I
So,
will keep
what order is it? I'm sacrificing this land.
these 2. I'm gonna discard these cards.
Okay. This
I was
card
like-
I don't like.
Yeah, I was really hoping that like you just wouldn't use Mana Vault yet, and so I could like ice it.
That'd be pretty good.
That didn't happen.
Okay, you can go.
Draw. Mountain go.
I'm gonna play a Mirror Retriever.
I'm gonna remand.
Okay, Mirror Remander. Oh, I also lose one because of this. Go ahead.
I'm winning. Draw. Do I even want to cast that? Yeah. Well, I don't freaking know. Misty. Go.
Go ahead.
I'll fetch.
I'll fetch.
Okay.
I want a. What do I want? I want a Tundra? Tundra seems good.
I could attach steam vents.
I think I'm going for Tundra.
That's reasonable.
Trying to cheat. Oh. Sorry.
You're good. Am I good?
Yeah. Go for it.
And draw. You didn't replay the Mirror Retriever, which is odd. I'm gonna. That's probably better. I'm gonna brainstorm. No, it's not better. I'm not gonna brainstorm.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna not play this brainstorm. I'm gonna Faithless Looting instead.
I've taken 2 from this, I believe.
That sounds about right.
I'm very bad at that. I'm sorry, guys.
Faithless Looting good.
You also fetch. Oh, that just didn't go through on the computer. My goodness. This computer's not working.
I'm gonna discard Mountain Brainstorm.
Okay.
Go.
I don't like it. There's a Saga token.
No, that's a reasonable reason to have done that thing.
Go to me?
Yeah.
I'll take one. Draw. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking this may be the Ash Dove.
It's not even the way I want it though, you know?
Sure, it's not flashy, but
It's all
it
this.
works. You know, turn 2 balance,
This
making
good.
me yeah.
Okay. What even do I get? I mean, Lotus is probably not the worst thing ever, but like, I feel like there's got to be something better on this board, you know?
I'm sure.
Surely there's some. Oh, that's probably a pretty good one on this board, actually.
Key on tabs full.
Yeah.
Lotus just opens up a lot of combo lines with the Retriever.
Since his Divining Top, like, lets me look at cards.
Yeah.
I think top is just a pretty good option, honestly. Let's do top.
Sure.
It's my deck. Then I'm gonna play this Kodak Shredder off of this Volcanic Island.
Reasonable.
Go to combat.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
It's time for the Ash Dub.
Go
So-
ahead.
I guess I'll mill myself.
Sure.
Milling the Moon Silver Key. We're gonna take one to this Mana Vault. Draw this card. I would like to spin my Sensei's Divining Top.
Yep.
Okay. We did that. We don't want them like this. We want them like that. This.
Mm-hmm.
And then play the Savannah.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack for what, if it's unblocked, is lethal.
This is a neat interaction. I'm gonna make one of your constructs lose all of its abilities.
Well. Okay.
So now I'm at 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep, we'll take the
Guess
6.
I technically should have played my mirror first, though it kind of doesn't matter that much.
Sure.
We will play him nonetheless.
Yep.
And pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Interesting.
So, I mean, I don't know if we got to talk much about this deck from Egg's point of view, but I guess it's kind of a similar point of view, which is I die if you interact with me and have threats, and you've had threats and interacted with me.
Yeah. Plan a Ragavan.
You have a Ragavan.
Man, that was wrong. It's fine. No, it's not. Oh. No. Yeah, pass. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going through lines.
I'm gonna mill myself.
Yep.
And then spin top.
Yep.
Or it doesn't have to do that. My goodness. This is all bad. Go to me.
Yep.
Lose one. I'm gonna play this.
Yeah. So right now I'm in an awkward situation in which I have to deal with the construct and keep Ash from comboing off. Because it wouldn't be that hard for him to find a piece to just go off here.
Tap. How am I tapping? When we're tapping like this, we're gonna pop this.
Sure. Blinking this merfolk trickster would be great.
That would be
Not
good.
that that's gonna happen, you know?
So I have multiple eggs in my deck that can remove his blockers. That's the reason I'm not going to combat first, pretty much. So we're gonna see if we get any of those before I start doing too much else. Okay, if you like.
You're good.
I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana.
Yep.
Spend one of it to spin my top.
Yep. Merfolk trickster and a construct is pretty dope though.
This is kind of tough, not gonna lie. Let's read that technically. I'll flip top.
Yep.
I'll play this egg.
Egg.
Yes.
That resolves.
I like to cycle this egg.
Yep. Egg has been cycled.
I'll play this top.
Yep.
I'm going to spin said top.
Yep.
I will mill myself one.
Mm-hmm.
Spin my top.
Yep.
Okay. Goes back in that order.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack with big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boy.
We will toss this under the bus.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Interesting.
So I guess this is kind of illustrating the other game plan I said, which is sometimes you just make Urza Saga tokens.
I'm gonna Forge Bolt 1/1.
That's not the most good. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get this Moon Silver Key.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna make a terrible decision and attack for 2.
No bugs.
Flip it!
Gonna spin top.
Oh, crap. That's really bad.
You saw the line.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot you had that, and I was like, there's like a few really good things I could hit off of this. Nope, just
The
not.
question is, which one do I actually want to give you? Well, probably this one. Yeah, you can have that bad egg. It's not good for you, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, I have a treasure.
Yes.
Treasure's here. I'm gonna chart a course.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Yay! We did it. Time are we at?
My reign of tyranny is over. I'm gonna try to get one more in, or end on that note.
I think we probably, that was a good 5, right?
Good 5
Games?
I think so.
Well, I mean, it was a good 1, but
No.
I'm kidding.
It was 4 good games and one.
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if it lent itself to exploring the matchup as much as we had hoped, but I think that this is a good proof of concept, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I think that we saw what can happen when one matchup or one deck has a better matchup in a given matchup, a better matchup in a given match. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Put Wasteland in your decks.
Yeah. Let us know if this kind of thing is something that you're interested in seeing more of. If there are specific decks you want to see. I think we would definitely like to do some more of these, especially once we figure out a good name. Sorry, we already have figured them out. They're currently called
Insert title here.
Yes, exactly. So, we will, I guess, see you at the next one.
See y'all.
And draw Wasteland.
Yep.